Hey guys, Cole the Carman here. So today we're going to be doing a long-awaited model car update. As you all can tell, there are some new cars to the fleet and some pretty major modifications to some of them. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting first, we have the car that has been on my channel for quite some time. This is the, what is it? I believe it's a 2000. It's based on a 2000 Chevy Monte Carlo. I have since changed the rims, the interior to make it, you can't really see it, but to make it look more of the darker black. The one that was in the car was faded, so it was kind of like a grayish. But this car, I have since changed the wheels, the hood, and a couple other things just to get it to how I would like it to look. But here's the car. I don't really have any more plans for it, but there's that car. And then moving right along, we have a new car that I have recently got. This is a 2004 Monte Carlo Intimidator SS, as you can see. This one is just a regular, like I said, Intimidator. It does have, this one has a 3.8 naturally aspirated, and this one has a 3.8 supercharged V6. But I just recently got this one. It's in really good shape. It was used, but it did have the box and everything. But like you can see, the paint is not damaged in any way. So that is a new car that I have since added to the fleet. Here is a regular, just a regular Maisto scale 118 C8 Corvette. Got this one a couple months back, almost a year maybe, but nothing really special with this one. That is another new car. And then this Chevelle, got this one as well about a year ago, maybe this June. Only thing I changed on this one is just the air filter to make it have a chrome air filter to match the polished or chrome aluminum valve covers. I do have the original air filter down there sitting on the floor just to hold on to it. And then this car, as a lot of people may remember, I've had this one for a little bit, and I have changed some things on it drastically, as you can tell by the blower that I added. I got this kit off of eBay. It had a whole bunch of little accessories that you can add. Change the blower, you can see the belt, the new radiator, some MSD wiring stuff, and it has some NOS added to it. Little oil catch can right here on this fender, and it does have a tack mounted on the dash. And then in the back, it just has some a battery box and two like NOS bottles in the back, just for aesthetics. I didn't want to put it in the cab or in the interior. I wanted to put it in the trunk so it didn't clutter up the interior too much. So that is the first row. Let's go ahead and move on to the back, or to the middle row rather. All right, so now we're starting to get into the SUVs and trucks. So here's the, this one I don't believe I made a video on. I got this one. This is I believe a 2000 Chevy Suburban 2500. It is the lifted, I can't remember the model brand off the top of my head. But I did get this one about a year ago, but this one is really cool. It's a 2500 Suburban. Don't mind the squeaks. It does need to probably be sprayed with some WD-40 on the back axles, but it has running boards, fender flares, a little push guard on the front. It did have the light push guard extensions, but I did take them off because they were not really, they weren't doing the best. They were kind of like tilted and twisted, so I just cut those off and just kept the push bar itself. And then on the back here, it does have a hitch on it that I did not have to install, but got that one a little while back, and just to add it to my collection since I did get it for a pretty good deal. And then next up is the Chevy Avalanche. Got this one September of last year, so that would be September of 2022. This one, really haven't done too much to it. It did sit really low, so I did my like regular traditional lift just to get it to sit up a little bit higher, as you can tell. But haven't done much to this one. I did add a hitch to it and some dual exhausts. Like I said, not much done to that one as well. Then here's the Yukon. This was featured on my channel back in December of 2015. Haven't done much to this one either. Just the only mod is just a trailer hitch and a OnStar antenna. Just like how the factory would have the OnStar antennas mounted on the side windows. And then a regular Hess truck. This is not technically a scale 118, but I do just have it with my regular 118s because it is a pretty close size, as you can tell. If I back these up, you can see it's a pretty close size. Haven't changed much on this one. I do believe the battery is getting weak for the lights, so I will need to put in a new C battery. But just added a hitch on this one and a rear wiper on the rear glass. And then this one has been around for quite some time. As you can tell, it's a little bit beat up, but I've had this one for many years. Just a regular Silverado. I believe it's a 1999 Chevy Silverado 1500. Can't remember the maker of who made this one, but this one hasn't had much changed. As you can tell, it has the older style hitch on it, and then I did put some duals on it a couple years back. But that's pretty much it for the second row. Now we'll go ahead and move on to the third row. Alright, and on to the third row. The first vehicle added, well, this is actually a pretty new vehicle that I added to the fleet. And mind you, when I do say the fleet, I'm in, just saying pretty much to the collection. But this was a bid buy that I got off of eBay, brand new in the box, Cadillac Escalade in the pearl white. As you can tell by the paint, I mean, it is in really good shape. But brand new in the box. The box was a little beat up, so I didn't keep the box, unfortunately. But besides the point, this is a really nice Escalade. As you can tell, it has the wood grain interior, sunroof, running boards, the chrome wheels, and everything like that. This was a new one, and I got it for it might have been $20 with shipping and everything. But this one was a really, really good deal, brand new in the box. And I did go ahead and add a trailer hitch to this one as well. Then, let's see, the next one is another Escalade that I've had for quite some time. This one is a little bit beat up, as you can tell by the mirror. And I did remove the running boards and add a set of dual exhausts exiting right behind the tires on both sides. But this one is a little bit of an older one that I've had for quite some time. Same, interior scheme with the wood grain as the white one has. But yeah, pretty much not much has changed on this one either. It does have a OnStar antenna, which now that I am looking at it, seems that one has fallen off. I might be able to refine that one. You can actually see the hole in the glass. But I'll have to see if I can source either an antenna on eBay or something like that, or if I can find it somewhere in my room. But that is the Cadillac Escalade. And here is another fairly new model. Got this one last year. It is a Blazer RS. I believe it's a 2020. This one is a really detailed model. The sunroof, all the doors open, the gas cap door opens, the hood, everything. Really detailed model, and it's in really good shape as well. Like I said, I just got this one. Added a trailer hitch. Most of all the SUVs and trucks have a trailer hitch except for the Bronco, because not really, I guess you could say, like, meant for towing too much, and plus there's not really a good hitch mount on the back of it. But here's the Bronco. I got this one the same time as the Corvette. It was on sale. If you buy two, you get a certain amount off. I can't remember off the top of my head. But this one, got this one, and it's a really interesting paint. Sorry for all the dust, but it's like a dark blue, but it kind of looks black. Really nice color, though. But that's a fairly new one to the fleet that I got. And then if we move over, here is the Silverado 3500 Duramax diesel dually, and I've had this one for quite some time. Around the same time I got that black GMC Yukon Denali back in December of 2019 or 2018, but haven't changed much on this one. Yeah, this one also has an older hit, so yeah, I haven't changed anything on that one for quite some time. But yeah, that's for the third row, and then we'll move on to the tow truck project that I have back here in the back. Alright, and here is the Dodge Ram 2500, I believe. I don't think it's a 3500 because it's only a single axle. Now, yes, I know people might comment and say, a tow truck should have a dual axle for the weight, but I really didn't feel like hacking up my the last truck that I showed. I just don't want to hack that up because it's a really nice model, and this one I got for $10 about 4 years ago, so it really didn't matter. I did make a video on the paint job that I did, still holding up after 4 or 5 years of, you know, just sitting on a shelf, and as you can tell, you know, getting pushed around and stuff. It has a few little blemishes on the paint that I did when I was painting it, and then just over the years of moving it from shelf to shelf and whatnot. As for the tow truck bed, I did get that off of eBay, and I had to do some major modifications. This truck originally was a long bed, so the bed went to about here, or maybe there. So I had to cut the frame right behind the back of the cab and extend the axle, as you can see, all the way back there. And it's not the prettiest job underneath. That's why I'm not really going to show it. But it works. It holds weight, and I can demonstrate that. Let me see here. And just like that, it holds the weight, and if you feel like you want to pull it or just move it around, it does hold the weight. It doesn't snap or crack or creak or anything like that from the weight. So I guess my kind of hack job, kind of not hack job works, and it holds up. But pretty cool little fun project that I did. It took me about maybe a week, you know, because of the glue drying, and I had to change some things and get the right measurements for the wheel just so it sits just right and it can hold all the weight. But still, regardless, a fun little project, and I'm finally done with this truck. It was originally, my plan for it was just to make it into a flatbed, but I have since changed it into a flatbed tow truck. Let me see if I know it's squeaking. The axles just need to be sprayed with some WD-40, but had to add some taillights to it as well. That one needs to be re-glued. But like I said, it's just kind of like a little fun project, and it was a cheap thing to do, so I went ahead and did that. Alright, so that wraps up all the vehicles that I have that are like I'm planning, you know, obviously on keeping, and the nicer ones of the collection. So here are some vehicles that I am selling and currently have up for sale, as you can tell by the little signs. They are on my Instagram. I don't believe I have that link to my channel, but I could do that. But these are the three. As you guys may also know or notice from the videos, some cars are gone, like the Durango, the Impala SS, and some other things. I did sell them, and they have been sold. And since when I did sell them, they, you know, were allowing me to be able to buy some other cars, like the Blazer RS and what other ones? Probably the Chevelle and stuff like that. But these three are up for sale right now. Just a Ford Explorer Sport Track, a Lexus sedan, and the older C7 Corvette. And I do have this older boat that I have, and then the regular car trailer with my model car, car cleaning stuff. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. And you can tell that I do have a different shelf. Had to get a little creative because that they were sitting on like a older bookshelf, and that didn't really look the best. So I got a little creative and put together two shelves that are made out of metal. I do plan on getting something a little bit more dressy, but for now this will do since it does display them pretty nice. So yeah guys, that's a quick little update for all of the model cars. These are all of the bigger ones. I do still have the smaller model cars as well, but these are the model cars that have been on the channel for a long time. So yeah, go ahead and drop a like and a comment on the video. I know it has been a little while since I've last made a post, but do plan on getting more frequent content up for you guys. So with that being said, go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.